Good afternoon, Outliers. I am so stoked about today. Today is your final exam. But before your final exam, now listen, this is 92% of your grade. All right.
Yeah.
What you do today will determine if you pass or fail OVTLYR University. So no pressure, no pressure. But before we get to the final exam, we have a special guest here, a very special guest, CEO of OVTLYR, Mahesh Kashyap. Mahesh, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Chris, for having me. Hi, everybody.
So Mahesh is going to be our commencement speaker today. So Mahesh, I'll give you the floor and let you have at it.
Yeah, I was telling Chris, hey, you putting me at the tight spot. I'm not a good speaker, but I'm very proud today. And I'm very happy today. And congratulations to all OVTLYR University graduates. I am hopeful and I'm very confident that you will be able to use this knowledge that you learned here to improve your trades and become better trader, investor, going forward. And I wasn't sure whether I was planning to share it, but little history about OVTLYR University. I mean, there was no plan till last year. Like OVTLYR University was just started out of the need. We were looking at a lot of feedback from our community members where everybody was, hey, how do I use it? Like, especially someone who is joining us, like a new member, right? When they see some of the data, they get overwhelmed, right? And we started seeing there are some very basic questions that we come across. And we were trying to, hey, how do we fill this gap? And Chris suggested, hey, why don't we, just start something like OVTLYR University? And one of the things that we learned, people pay a lot of money for these courses. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, right? Uh, Probably some of you may already paid, thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars to some of these gurus out there. Like they take your money, they will probably teach a course in line with us or will try to do better than them in future. So our goal is not to monetize, on purpose, the OVTLYR University. I mean, the goal is that how we can bridge that gap where people are more confident, where they can trade better, not more, trade better, have more confidence in them when they're placing a trade. Uh, they are not like scared that, hey, I'm in the trade, I don't know what's going to happen, let me cross my fingers, right? So I think that's where we come in. And I especially want to thanks Chris. He worked really hard. Like, I remember, like, we talking about OVTLYR University, and within 1 month, hey, we are ready, let's get our first cohort out there. And we were like talking about what should be the format. Is this closed door education system, or we have some members who can learn in front of live camera, and rest everybody can learn out there by watching them? So that was the idea, that was the whole concept that we agreed on, and we're going to stick to it. And I can guarantee you that going forward, we are going to improve our, whatever we have learned so far, the new data that we are working on, we're going to introduce that in our coursework going forward. So in case you have attended all the lessons that Chris shared, I would encourage you, come again for the next cohort, listen to him again, because I'm sure that he is going to provide more information, if not less. So again, I would like to thank everybody. And I'm looking forward for the success for existing members, and very thankful to them. I think we are going to send them some cool stuff in coming days, so I'm very excited about that. Today whole day we were looking into designs and all of things that we are looking to send our first cohort graduates. So really look forward to sending those out. And thank you, Chris, thank you everybody, and congratulations.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mahesh. Really appreciate you coming and joining us and being our commencement speaker of the day. Now, today is the day, gentlemen. Today is your final exam. Now, I don't want to scare you, but legitimately, everything that you have paid into OVTLYR University is on the line right now, okay? Every single bit. This is like your final Jeopardy, okay? Today is the day. Now, you've made it through. Add Mikey back in. You've made it through the volatility. You've made it through the entries. You've made it through the exits. JC made it to class. He made it to graduation.
Yeah, JC.
JC, glad you made it. You were right in time for the final exam, my friend.
Let's go, baby.
Through everything at this point. And now it's time to graduate. So what I would like to do at this very moment, let's skip the final exam. Let me introduce to you, everybody watching right now, the very first graduates of OVTLYR University. Give these gentlemen a hand. They earned it. They have done so much. They have learned so much in the last several weeks. And I could not be more proud of them. I am just, this has hit me right in the feels, right? You have traded and learned through, or you've learned and traded through market cycles now. You've actually got to see what that looks like in practice. You understand, and not only understand, but you can explain to somebody else what the charts mean. You know exactly what you're looking for on a chart, right? You can look at an options chart. You can look at the options chain and know exactly what all those numbers mean, right? I've told this story a million times over, but I remember the first time I looked at an options chain, all those numbers everywhere, and I thought to myself, I don't know what all these numbers mean. I just want to make money. You guys know exactly, precisely what all those numbers mean. And you know how important it is to sit in cash and not F up your portfolio. And you have changed your lives.
Yes.
There is absolutely no cap on your earnings potential at this point.
That's awesome.
You have the skills to create generational wealth. And you had a full money back guarantee. So I am unbelievably proud of each of you. This has been so much more impactful to me than I ever expected.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud to be your teacher. And now I want to give out some awards. First award, most improved. Everybody knows this is going to JC. Everybody knows this is definitely going to JC. He earned that. He earned that full stop, my friend. Congratulations, JC.
Thank you. It's a low bar to set, but but hey, it's upward from here.
It is. Next, I will give the best comeback story to Mike.
Oh.
I feel like Mike did. Yeah. I mean, Mike had some great intentions, but he got derailed at one point. But he knew that what he was learning could not hold him back, right? He was going to make this happen. And by far, Mike, you have the best comeback story. No doubt, hands down whatsoever. Next, I want to give the most fearless award to Joe. I feel like this dude was ready to just run from the bat, right? He was ready to go right at the very beginning, had no fear, and was ready to do this. So, Joe, you absolutely win the most fearless award.
Yay.
He's a machine.
He is a machine. Next, our Options Overlord Award. Everybody knows this is going to deep thought, right? Nobody can be as analytical and deep as deep thought. So by far, the Options Overlord Award goes to deep thought.
Yay!
Dude, totally deserved. The one that I was excited about here was the Patience Pays Award. And I feel like that goes best to Ozzy Ian. Mm-hmm. Ian, I feel like you have come so far. You've understood, you're learning, and you're putting that into place, and you understand just how important it is to have that patience, right?
Thanks, Chris.
You're very welcome. Now, the Mentor Energy Award. This is an easy one as well. That totally goes to Dave. Dave, all day, every day, gets that Mentor Energy Award. Congratulations to Dave.
Thank you.
The next award, I love this award. The Minervini Spirit Award. Dude, that's Paul, denizen of the deep, all day, every day.
Yes.
Because like
Yeah.
I love Mark, and I love the fact that Paul has really taken it upon himself to really follow, pay attention, clip those notes, and he's embraced a 2-time U.S. Investing Championship winner in his spirit. So congratulations to you, Paul. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Who did I forget? Who did I forget?
Brad.
Maybe it was Brad. Brad wins the Smart Money Award, right? Brad understands that where Brad is at in life, and I won't give away too many details, but he understands the value of investing. And because of that, I feel like he can now take the things that he's learned and really shown just how important it is to be smart about your money in his life, right? So I do have one final lesson. So congratulations. Let's do a round of applause for all of these gentlemen for all their awards. Outstanding work to all of you gentlemen. But I have one final lesson for you. This is my favorite quote. I don't know where I heard it, but I definitely am going to take credit for it. Success doesn't happen on accident. None of this could have happened without you putting in the work. You deciding that you were going to make this happen. And now you have the skills to create generational wealth. And there is no limit to how much you can possibly earn in the market. So let's give one last round of applause to these freshly minted millionaires that we have amongst us right here. Congratulations to you guys. I couldn't have been more proud of you. You've done everything we've asked and more, and are by far the best examples of what an outlier can be. So again, congratulations to you, the first Alpha Group graduates of OVTLYR University.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm really proud of you. That was everything I wanted to cover today, right? But I'd love to hear from you. Do you have any feedback or what it was like for you to go through this experience, right? This is something that most people would like give their left kidney for, right? So what's something that's on your mind about this whole experience?
Brad has a speech prepared.
Brad? Let's go, Brad. Brad.
No, actually, so I was sitting here thinking about it, like what this all meant to me, and I was looking back at different graduations. You know, when you graduate high school and you move on to college, and you're leaving all these things behind, and then you graduate from college and you move into your new spaces, your new adventures and things like that, and you leave the people that you knew and went to classes with behind. You might still run into them, you might still call them or whatever, but it just seems like this class is just unbelievable. All these men that I was privileged to meet and now call friends is just it's just so great. I mean, everyone is 100%. Everyone is there, if you need help, if you need something, if you need a laugh, I mean, it's incredible. And I was just sitting here thinking, like, in those past cases, when we graduated, we moved away from those people and that event that we just went through. But I feel like now with this experience and these men and you and Mahesh and everyone that made this all a reality, it's now become a new life, like that we're all together, and it's not like we're going to be leaving and going and doing anything new. It's we're all doing it together. So I think it's all going to continue. We're all really good friends, and I mean, hell, we're even talking about getting together. So it's just it's great. And I did the shorter speech in our direct message, but I think it just boils down to thank you. Thank you, Chris, for everything that you've done. Thank you, Mahesh, for getting this all together and realizing the potential that this has, not just for us, but for everyone watching. I mean, it's an incredible thing that you all did. And I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I know I speak for the rest of these guys,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Really appreciate that, Brad. Anything else that you guys got on your minds? I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead, Ian.
I think we're going
I
into
just
it.
wanted
Oh, go ahead, Ian. I'm sorry.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I just wanted to say how incredible this whole journey's been. 6 months ago it was like a dream, and when I found the channel and found you guys and applied, and I just couldn't believe that I was chosen out of, I don't know how many applied. I have no idea, and but it doesn't matter. Everything is sort of funneled into this, the opportunities and the timing, and it's just godsend, it really is. And
Ian,
and I just wanted to say that I applied because I wanted to be able to show that you can do this from anywhere in the world. I'm down in the bottom of the world, and you guys are way up there. And we can do this. We can do this. We don't have to sell our time to somebody else. We can sell our time to ourselves, and we can invest that time in ourselves from anywhere.
That's well said, Ian.
Thanks, guys. And I've been reading Market Wizards lately, and these guys started from nothing. They started from where we are, and we know that we can get there. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, and we'll get there. We've just got to keep training. Thanks, JC. Keep training, mate.
Right.
When we first started, Ian had sent me an email with some personal things that he had going on, and saying like this couldn't have been a better time for him. So Ian, I definitely feel like there's a higher power, my friend, and I know that I feel very, very blessed that we cross paths, that we could do this for you, my friend.
Yep. Now we're on the same path.
Yes. Yeah, I think this seems like it happened by accident, but it didn't.
No,
it didn't. And I know, I know that bigger things are coming, and we can't even fathom what those are yet. But we're already talking amongst us about the next course, about the study materials, about supporting literature, supporting videos, how to orchestrate that. When I'm going to call you and Mahesh to get together and plan the next thing, and maybe get into a Zoom call with some of the other ones. David and I have talked. I know that Deep Thought is invaluable in the skill set that he brings and the perspective that everybody brings, because everybody brings on as you touched on, just a little different perspective. And you will see, without a doubt, Mahesh and the team are doing a great job. You can just see in the time that it took us to do the class how OVTLYR is progressing. Now we've got the OVTLYR 9 and the donkey, monkey graphs. And you give this thing another year, and you give us the beta class to experiment with. Now, Chris, you launched it, and by the study materials, you just put your balls on the line and you went. Oh my Lord. And I know the materials were made sometimes the night before or the morning of. I know, because I can feel it. I can feel the delivery. But you went from your heart. Boom. And you go, well, I don't have a whole lot of time there. This doesn't exist. But the key thing is to create the initial experience, because that becomes the launching pad for the next thing. Mm-hmm. And so now we got the launching pad. Now we got the rocket. It's like the OVTLYR 9. Now the rocket's pointing upward. Mm-hmm. Now it's up to us as a group to show our gratitude for Chris and Mahesh and the team, to show our gratitude, to create new study materials. So it's more progressive, and figure out how we're going to get people like David and Richard in a group with people like me, and let it serve everybody. That's going to be a difficult task, but it can be done through supporting materials. So if you would have told me, listen, this is going to get going hot pretty fast, but we have 15 videos. They're 5-minute videos. You got to get through them, because we're not going to have time to tell you how to use OVTLYR, every single thing. No. These 15 videos are necessary for you to get up to the playing field where we're at now, so we can stimulate Richard and David and give them what they need, give Ian what he needs, Paul what he needs, Mikey and Joe what they need, and give you what you need. but you need to do a little bit extra work. But we have it here, and that's where we're coming from. That's what I'm thinking of, so we can serve people like myself and not stunt the Richards and Daves of the group. So this is going to get really good. I can promise you this. This is going to get really good. I think it's going to go beyond anything that we ever thought.
Well, not only that, but JC very kindly helped, or has offered to help for the beta class, put the curriculum together for that, as well as turn this into a book, right? And then we can have people, this is your course book, this is your lesson book, right? And you know, it's going to be the best $10 that somebody could ever spend to get a book of this material, or the best videos that they could ever watch for free here on YouTube, right? And so that is our goal here at OVTLYR, right? Our goal is not to sell you something to disappear. Our goal is to make so much money, master of the universe money, as I like to say, master of the universe money. We don't just build the software and disappear. We're building the software so we can make as much money as you can. Right? That is our objective. We want you to be successful, and we want to be a part of that journey with you.
Amen.
Exactly. One thing I want to add, like the whole story behind OVTLYR is not to build something and just sell it. When we started, the goal was that, hey, if we are building, can we use it personally to trade? So every update that we are working toward, like every R&D, research and development effort that we are undertaking, think about it that we are gonna use it ourselves and build a community around it. And I think success will follow. That's kind of like my personal belief. Like if you build something good, which you can use yourself, like if I am selling something that saves life, I should be able to rely on it by myself. Same thought, same belief system that we have is that if we are working something, we should be comfortable to use it before we even tell anybody else to use it. So that's kind of like the whole belief system that we have at OVTLYR. So we are working really hard to improve it every day. Are we there yet? Probably not. We have a long way to go, but we are getting toward our goal, like one day at a time.
That's exactly the journey that I took with IHP. It's exactly my best-selling book is my programming book. It started as a manual for my trainers. The handles that I've developed, the bands, the exercise equipment that I've developed, I didn't develop it to make money, certainly not to sell it. Everything I ever developed was so I could have it to use at IHP. And it turns out that the training manuals that I built for our utilization turned out to be our best-selling manuals organically. And the equipment that we invented to train our people and our fighters ended up being unique in the industry. So I know what you're talking about, Mahesh. You start from an internal need, and that organically becomes an external demand. And that's a very, very powerful organic principle that you can't beat, man. You cannot beat that.
Exactly. And one thing I want to add, like the benefit of community is we are learning from them. We are learning, hey, this is better approach. I think our community, all of you are guiding us toward which way to go. So we are not like sitting in vacuum and making decisions. What we are doing is we are listening to everybody, then kind of discussing it, our policies, our direction, product updates. I would say all of it is driven by our community members. So I want to like say thank you to you all, apart from, separate from this OVTLYR, badge. But I think that is like a great thing that we are building a big, strong community who is there for everybody. I mean, I feel proud that people are helping each other. And that drives me, that gives me motivation to, hey, let's add 2 more extra hours a day to build something that can be useful to everybody. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
For sure. Does anybody else want the floor before we head out of here, out of the graduation ceremony?
Yeah, I'd like to say something before I get arrested out here in the parking lot. I'm pirating internet somewhere in the desert. But anyway, yeah. First of all, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you, Chris, because you don't have to do it. You have said that, and I have told my wife and family, this guy does not have to do what he does, but he does, and I so really do appreciate that. And then I appreciate everybody on the team and just the efforts from all of us learning and just like people in the general chat, these whiz kids that are throwing formulas out there and I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm just glad they show up and you guys incorporate them into the outlier. And Mahesh, just for never sleeping. I guess you never sleep, Mahesh. So
No, I do sleep.
but anyway, I do. I just really appreciate all these guys and what's possible now with the knowledge that I've gained here.
Dude, Mike, you are so welcome, and I'm so grateful that we connected. I know you're also a fellow Texan, so maybe sometime we'll get to hang out in person. But listen, you go take care of business. We don't want you to get arrested, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna get back in my car in case they come, but it kept cutting out. I wanted to at least say thank you. So
You're very welcome, my friend. Deep Thought, I think you had your hand raised.
Yeah, just wanted to add to what Mahesh was saying. So that's what makes Outlier success is it's not sort of like you don't need to be part of any sort of special or pay anything in order to become part of the Outlier family. That's ultimately what eventually comes from further successes along the way. You look at the amazing things we managed to achieve in the few short weeks that we've been here, and part of that community is, for instance, fine. So, yeah, everybody is massive what he's managed to achieve as well.
Dude, Deep Thought, that was probably so moving and amazing, but I only got about 4 words out of that. It was cutting out so bad.
I think I heard Chris. I think I heard something.
But I really appreciate you, Deep Thought. You
Can
have
you hear
been
me now? Can you hear me now?
actually, yeah.
Yes.
There we go. I should change microphones. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go with
I was
that
just saying,
microphone.
the
You know,
sense,
do that over again. Okay, go
the
ahead.
sense of community that Outlier has created is essentially what I think will be the driving success behind the YouTube channel and the platform and everything else. Because you don't get this sort of sense of family and belonging and sort of group that you do from watching any other channels or any other random jokers on the internet. And it's brought people to us like Scott, for instance. So yeah, big congratulations to Scott. Well done to you, sir. And congrats to the rest of the guys in the group. And thank you, Mahesh. Thank you, Chris. And thank you to Mark, wherever he happens to be. I don't know where he is, but thank you to Mark as well. Appreciate everybody.
You're very welcome. Joe, you had your hand raised. What's up, my friend?
Yeah, I guess that leaves me, doesn't it? So I just say what brought me to you, Chris, in January was, of course, YouTube. But what your videos were talking about was exactly what I needed, right? So I'm following people who are talking about dollar cost averaging. They're buying the dips, and they keep saying it should go up. If you just wait and you stick to it, it should go up. And your videos are saying should's the worst word you can be relying on, right? So then I kind of keyed in on what you're talking about. You're talking the complete opposite of most of the YouTubers out there, right? What the key thing is, you got the receipts. You can literally show in your videos that what you're talking about is the truth. There's an actual chance to be successful if you follow Outlier. And it's less than $1 a day. It's ridiculous. I mean, seriously.
How much is it?
Just
82
cents.
Yeah.
It's $1.30 Australian.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So I mean, thank you. I mean, talk about life-changing experience for less than $1 a day. It's amazing.
Dude, that's
Hey,
the
I'm
kind of
last.
stuff you want to hear. Go ahead, Paul.
What I just want to say thank you to Outlier, Chris. You've been fantastic. Mahesh, thank you for the company. I know this group is going to stay together. Hopefully, when you move off of Discord, we'll still have our own alpha channel, because I know we're continuing to help each other and progress through, becoming better traders. So just love everybody here, and thank you all.
You're very welcome.
Dave, Dave
Mark
has to
is
say
here as well. He wanted to throw a little heart emoji at you guys.
Mark is here. Hey, Mark.
What's up, Dave? Talk to us.
I'll throw something out here. I was letting everybody else talk, but to me, Chris, the group you've created here, not just the knowledge, but behind the scenes. You've got 8 guys here behind the scenes that have been challenging everybody. I mean, we all came in with different skill levels, different knowledge sets, but we've all been helping each other grow, pushing each other, everything we can do. So this has been an amazing experience, quite frankly, for all of us. What the audience doesn't see and what the main channel Discord doesn't see, is we're talking nonstop all day long. We're constantly learning, constantly challenging ourselves, pushing ourselves. DT and I have had several late night conversations, depending upon which one of us is in the dark, on which side of the world, about, trading theory and, pushing ourselves mentally to create these scripts, to do things that are really getting outside the box, and how we look at things. The fact that, several of us came up with the Donchian channel simultaneously, completely with no communication, anything else, because we were all looking at the same problem. We were all looking for solutions, things like that. So that to me is amazing. And Mahesh, I'm going to say this because I know, with the exception of Chris and you on this video, I am the longest member of OVTLYR as far as this group is concerned. I mean, I've been here almost 2 years now. Using this product. I was here for the 1.0 to the 2.0 conversion to the 3.0, and I am extremely excited to see the 4.0 coming out. But the fact that this company, what you do, both of you, everybody at the team there, is so uniquely different than anything else out there. You're not here to sell us anything. The OVTLYR is a subscription. That's great, but you are selling it, but let's be honest, but that's not the message. You want all of us to be better. You want all of us to genuinely grow. You're not growing your bank accounts off of us. You're trying to provide information, as you keep saying, Chris, generational wealth. Personally, for me, this entire group, this entire process that I have gone through has changed my entire career focus, and that to me is amazing. I never once thought I would be considering getting all of my securities licenses to go in that direction and do that. But that's what you've inspired me to do. So this has been an amazing experience. And I know all of us have said that over and over. We each take away our own message and meaning. And the Alpha group behind the scenes, we are a very tight-knit group that we're just there to help everybody. And that's why I genuinely say in the chat, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to be the mentor where I can to help people with things I've learned, because you've been so generous with your time and your knowledge. And I want to help give that back where I can. So thank you to both of you. And Mark, if you're out there still watching, thank you, Mark.
I promise one of these days we'll try to bring Mark in front of everybody. Like, he's probably the most camera shy out of all of us. I thought I was the camera shy, but
well, listen, guys.
Yeah,
I really appreciate the kind words. I've got a little teary-eyed the entire time here, just thinking about just what a big deal this is, right? This is not just making YouTube videos. This is literally changing lives. And I'm so proud to have been a part of this with you. And before we go, one last thing that I'll say is I heard this quote from Tony Robbins one time. And he talks about the ripple effect in life, right? And I like to call it the wealth ripple effect. So what we've done here in class, imagine that you make enough money to send your child off to medical school. And that child goes and studies cardiology. And then one day, Chris has a heart attack and is laying on the bed, getting worked on. And your child, because you went to OVTLYR University and made enough money to put them through school, is operating on my heart, saving my life. That's the wealth ripple effect that I'm talking about here. We don't know how big and how wide and how deep this is going to go, but it's going to be amazing. Putting this sort of energy out into the universe is only going to come back tenfold over. So thank you guys so much for being part of OVTLYR University. I'm so proud of each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Hey, listen, if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, where should they go? What button should they click? Thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic day, and congratulations to all of our OVTLYR University graduates.